I just want to thank you all so very much for showing up, bringing your hearts and your smarts to a super important dialogue. I personally think it's probably one of the most important dialogues, if not the most important dialogue that we need to be having. I believe we're at an Oppenheimer moment. The decisions that we make, the actions that we take now are going to shape our futures, every element of the human experience, essentially. The purpose for this dinner is to just ensure that we're having these dialogues. It's a way to activate and empower and think deeply about what it is that we actually can do. Because this is a very strong, powerful, influential group of women here around this table. We probably all have a lot more influence than we recognize in what's going to happen with AI. If we think deeply about it, we all have not just a stake, but actual ability to influence. I'm now producing a documentary and impact campaign called The Humanity Code, ensuring that we are encoding AI with the best smarts and wisdom and values that we possibly can bring to bear. It would just amplify and accelerate our world as it is right now, right? And so what would that be? This is sort of the flip side. Like, what are the fears? What is it that we need to prevent? You know, as we're visioning a future, what is it that we want to be really intentional about?
Yeah.
One of the things that I think / hope AI can do is help us better understand ourselves.
Around trust in AI safety and also the greater good for the planet, for the human.
Name it, let's look at it. It can go really, really freaking wrong. This is what that looks like. Let's back off of that and make sure strategically, as we're planning, right, that we avoid that outcome.
We've got to amplify the voices of people doing the right things with AI that are trying to ensure that it is responsible, ethical, moral.
At the end of the day, the most basic level of duty of care means the moral, ethical, legal obligations to ensure the safety or well-being of others.
The traceability and authentication of the sources is important for paying the creators as well as validating this is a bad actor.
And if people are too afraid to actually use the AI, then it's never going to reflect all of humanity. We need to bring people into these spaces that normally don't play in these spaces and help them overcome that fear.
What's the unintended consequence 5 years from now?
All right. Well, I don't want people to be afraid of AI, but I want them to be afraid of not intentionally shaping AI in the next couple of years.
Yeah. We haven't ever had those conversations, and it's like, so it's hard to make policy.
Until now.
It's hard to make policy if we can't agree on, you know, if we're in different value alignments, right?
Yeah.
It's very hard.
You guys earlier mentioned, I'm not an AI person. You are an AI person.
Yeah. If we have that conversation and we can come to some commonality, then it's much easier to make some policy around it.
I wish I could amplify what we talked about today in a much more effective way than I have been.
I like that we all took time away from like phones to be in a safe space and just talk, be together. I wish that the world was more like that.
I like the fact that the humanity and everybody came out. I mean, this is an amazing group of women. I mean, just the brains and the careers and the talent here, and just the stories, the very human stories. It just showed there's so much commonality.
It was amazing. I wish it's not the last time.
Yeah.
I love being in a room with smart, beautiful women that motivate me, inspire me, and educate me.
I will commit to writing articles and promoting what we did today.
I wish that we could accelerate the ability to get this message out to more people while we still have time.
And I will be a part of just the consciousness movement as it relates to the technology space in some way, shape, or form.
I wish I would have not been afraid of AI a little bit in the beginning.
that unites us all, and that's our humanity. And may we keep it in mind as we go through these uncharted territories. Cheers, 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 Thea, cheers, cheers, cheers.